Yes, I'm Joy Baldridge, and I'm here to bring a little more joy and disruption to your world. And we're going to talk about rewards, because behavior rewarded gets repeated. There are all different kinds of rewards that you can give employees, but the easiest ones and the most free ones are words, because words matter. They make a difference. They contain power. Words are containers of power. How are you using yours? So I did a study. I hired 4 different types of people, one from each personality group, and I studied them, and I figured out the language that they enjoyed most, and it made them more productive and more profitable, and it made them really powerful. And there are 3 types, and there are 4 types of different people: the socials, the factuals, and the helpfuls, and the driven. And I know you know this being in HR, but what you don't know is the different types of language. Like, it's great when you're in the social category, and when you tell people that they're great, they feel good about that because that's their hot button. So turn to the person next to you and say, "You're great, go ahead." So now say, "You're amazing." Rock star, anyone? That's right. Now, some people here are saying, "Oh my gosh, she's not doing this, is she?" Because they don't like those words. They don't work for them. I'm not speaking their language. The language that they speak is more factually based. It's about being right. When you're right, you're right, right, right. So say, "You're right." If that feels better, those are words that work for you. Can you imagine if your managers told you you were absolutely right, made you feel really good about how you were working, because you tend to be that factual personality? You see, words matter, and they're containers of power, because different words ignite different feelings in the employees that you have. And this is all about employee engagement and disrupting the HR system. So are you absolutely right, or are you just right, or maybe you're perfection personified? So one of my clients, he is the right type of guy. And I said, "What's so bad about being amazing?" And he said, "There's absolutely no tangibility to the word whatsoever." I said, "Oh, you're looking for tangibility?" He said, "Well, if you said I was amazing for a reason, I would like it better." Well, then there's the helpful people. One of the women that I hired that was helpful, I said, "What's your favorite compliment?" She said, "If you told me I couldn't have done it without you, oh my gosh, that would be the best compliment ever." I said, "That's a compliment to you?" She said, "Absolutely. I love it," because they love it. So say, "Love it." So maybe you're the helpful type because you like to help people, and "I couldn't have done it without you" makes you feel so good, does nothing for me. I'd rather be amazing. I'm married to a factual, and he tells me I'm right, and I don't hear it. I just change it to amazing. He meant I was amazing. So when your managers tell you something and you don't like it, just say, "Oh, this is what they really meant." And you've got the words now: amazing, right, absolutely right, or maybe you like to win. The people who like to win, they want to be number one, and they're all about being number one and winning and pulverizing, and they don't need compliments. They just want to go on to the next, get it done, and be practical about it. So they also are something that I call the TWD. TWD stands for total world domination. They're all about total world domination. They want to win and make it happen, but they don't want to hear your compliments. So it's a little perplexing when you're a manager or you're in HR and you're giving someone a compliment and they don't even take it. Just get out of their way and let them do what they need to do, and they'll ask you for advice when they need it. And then, of course, there's the chameleon, and the chameleon can adapt to anybody because they're the most flexible and adaptable. So keep in mind that words are containers of power, behavior rewarded gets repeated, and people also like to be ahead of schedule. I wanted to be ahead of schedule, so I kept saying, "I'm ahead of schedule, I'm ahead of schedule." Felt like I was lying to myself. But I asked a motivational speaker, I said, "I feel like I'm lying to myself." I said, "I'm ahead of schedule." And he goes, "Honey, you're not lying to yourself. You're just telling the truth in advance." So you got to own everything. People like people who own it. That's a reward in itself. That fuels positive feedback. And in addition to owning it, you got to be what? Flexible and adaptable. Because if you're flexible and adaptable, you'll get farther. And it is a reward to be flexible. If you're not flexible, you're rigid. And when you're rigid, you break. And what good is it to be broken? No good there. So you want to be flexible like Bob, my little flexible and adaptable friend. He wanted to make a little cameo appearance in this Disrupt HR presentation. And if you are like Bob, then you are the highest compliment that I can give you as a social personality type. You will be awesome. Say awesome. And you're awesome because words matter and because behavior rewarded gets repeated. So please figure out what people want to hear, and it will make all the difference. And this is a clue for you. People are persuaded most by their own words. So if they say you're amazing, if they say you're right, if they say you're helpful, or if they say that you're a winner, you know what they want to hear back. Because behavior rewarded gets what? Repeated. That's right. Disrupt HR.